This is Froggy Friday, January 26, 2024. It is the last Froggy Friday before our conference, the Heart of Africa conference. It is so exciting. I'm telling you, just before I came and I was packing, it was the night before, I don't know, there must have been some part of me that thinking, I didn't believe I was actually going to go. And then the night before, it's like, oh yeah, it's happening. So it's been really, really fun. And to remember everything, it's not just about going to Kenya, it's also, you got to pack stuff for the conference, the shoes, the dress clothes, all that jazz. Little extra jewelry, maybe. So it's been I guess, a safari, a journey. But we are going to start this with an opening treatment, and I believe Michelle is going to do an invocation. Pardon me. So let's get started like we always do. Take it away, Michelle.
And so we just center into this time and space, claiming it as sacred, knowing that we have come together today from many different locations. Some of us in travel, some of us ending our day, and some beginning. That diversity is the very truth of CSL Kenya. It's who we are. Not one person, not one spot, not one location, but the diversity, the uniqueness. And so today we celebrate that. We open to this message. We open to the connection. For we know that we are the presence of God coming together to share with each other, knowing that as we do so, we grow, we change, we deepen, and we work to a world that works for everyone. This is what I claim, this is what I know, and this is what it is. And so it is.
So it is.
That is beautiful. I'm going to play a song. It's by Karen Drucker, and then I'll fade it out, and then Patrick's going to take us into a meditation. So if you just invite you to close your eyes. It's okay.
You are seen, you are heard, you are loved for who you are. You are enough, you are complete, you are loved. You are seen, you are heard, you are loved for who you are. You are enough, you are complete, you are loved. You are loved.
And in that state of being loved, we go into our meditation. We go into our meditation as we continue feeling that love. And we take a deep breath. In and out. And we feel the relaxation of the mind, of the body as we breathe out. We breathe in again. We breathe in love, peace, and out goes all the anxieties, stresses, and worries. Because we breathe in love and we breathe out whatever is not love. We feel more relaxed as we keep on breathing in and out in our own tempo. We feel relaxed in the mind, Father. Father, when we feel more relaxed in the body, every part of the body feels relaxed as we take the breath of love. And we take a breath of love and it goes straight into our hearts. And we know the heart is the center of love. We breathe out whatever is not love. And we breathe in more love, more peace. We feel more relaxed. We're immersed in a sea, in a universe of love. Feel bliss, we feel joy, we feel expansion, we feel celebration, we feel laughter. We are laughter, we are joy, we are happy, we are expansion. With each breath, we feel the expansion of the heart. As the waves of love spread from the heart, from where I am, from where you are. This wave of love spreads further and further, sending joy, sending bliss, sending peace everywhere. And everywhere sends back this love, this peace, this joy. And in the next 2 minutes, we bask in this love. We bask in this joy. We bask in this expansion. We bask in this heart of Africa. And I'll come back for you when time is up. Yes, the universe sends back love. Because the universe is nothing but love. It comes back to us. It comes back to me. And I'm nothing but love. And I'm always giving love. Taking a deep breath. In and out. And again, with a breath in and out. And as we come out of this meditation, we come out with love and keep on spreading it. And gradually we are back in this room. We are back in this meeting. And so it is.
And so it is. That was so warm. Relaxing. Thank you. It was a great meditation to shake off the day and all the busyness of it. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you. Now let's go to our song, the song that we sing, and share our joy with that. If I can just, there it is. Can you see that? Nancy, do you want to mute and you can do the second verse through? We are one people, one strong heartbeat, just one spirit shining bright within us all. We are a part of one another, we're born to love each other. When it's all said and done, we are one. Nancy, are you there? Maybe not. We are one people, one strong heartbeat, just one spirit shining bright within us all. We are a part of one another, we're born to love each other. When it's all said and done, we are one. When it's all said and done, we are one. Oh, we must have poor power. Everybody's got their camera off. That's okay. That's okay. We might have had caught Nancy snoozing because we've worked her hard. I've worked her hard this week and doing a lot of preparation and different things at the office, getting ready for doing old business as well as getting ready for the conference. So the buzz is all about the conference, and it is really growing and exciting. And like I said, I felt before I was coming, it wasn't real yet. And it was the night before when it finally got real. That's kind of running, I know it's getting late in the game, but yeah, I didn't feel it until then, and that I was actually going back. And I guess because it's such a good thing to come back to Kenya that, you just, it's too good to be true, maybe kind of thing. Just like sometimes Christmas feels like that excitement and that growing anticipation kind of idea, and you never think it's going to happen or it's coming too slowly. Well, now it's like, we've got all this stuff to do, and it's only 1 week away. So this is really, I'm really happy that we have this Froggy Friday right before, and then we're going to have February 9th afterwards, so we can kind of share the stories about the conference on the 9th. And I got to tell you, a part of the whole coming to Kenya was my experience getting here last time. There was things that kind of traumatized me a little. With the luggage, etc. So I think that was kind of playing in me too. And I didn't realize how much it was. And we've had a lot of heavy snow and inclement weather that avoids and it delays planes all the time. So that was also happening when I was leaving Canada. We got lots of snow, and driving to the airport that morning, it was even foggy with the snow, and the roads were very heavy with driving through this. It's like driving through sand almost, except slippery. So I get up to the counter, and once I got into the building, I just felt this calm, intentional feeling come over me. And I mean, I just knew, you could take it one step at a time, and I felt really centered. And I'm waiting in the line to get to the check-in and hand my bags in, and I start scanning the crowd, not the crowd, the people at the check-in for WestJet, the airline. And I looked at the one woman, and she's like grumpy face and not happy looking at all. I thought, mm-mm, no, not her. That I don't want her to serve me. And then I looked at the other guy. He's like, could care less. He didn't want to be there. He had no enthusiasm at all. I thought, nope, don't want him. Then there was a blonde lady, and I thought, well, she seems nice and enthusiastic and all that. And yeah, I could have her if I had to. And then I saw this lady, and she was a black lady. And I was watching her deal with the customers. There was about two of them that I saw her deal with. And she was friendly. She smiled. She had eye contact. She was engaging. She was really intent with how she was like tapping on her keys and confident. And I thought, I want her. I want her. She's personable. She's looking these people right in the eye, and I really like that. And I just felt really warm inside. And the person in front of me um, was going to be next. And um, they were both almost finished with their customer. I thought, no, I want this lady. And I got her. The one in front of me got the blonde lady. So I went to this lady, and I'm talking to her, and I said, I'm checking in. I'm going to Vancouver from here, and then I'm going all the way to Kenya. And she goes, I'm from Kenya. And I thought, perfect. This is such a great sign. Thank you. And it was absolutely lovely. She'd only been in Canada about, I don't know, 18, 19 months, she had said. So we were chatting it up. And she's a little bit homesick, and she's dealing with the cold, snowy weather. But she was so good and so efficient. And she's talking to me and doing her thing and running off my luggage tags and everything all the time we were talking. And her name was Christine. And she said, would you bring me back some Palau spices? And I thought, I've enjoyed this so much with her. Like it was a joyful experience. It was elevating for me. And she and her too. And as I was walking away, she goes, you know what? You made my day. And I mean, who doesn't want to hear that? Who doesn't want to hear that? So I really feel like I was coming into this. So whatever happened when I walked in those doors and I just felt that calm come over, I do remember having this song playing in my head, and I was humming it while I was in the lineup, checking out each agent for the airline. And it was, I surrender, I trust and let go as I surrender and fall into the arms of love. Who couldn't be calm with that beautiful words? And I thought, we all know this. Even if you sing or you don't sing or you're not musical, you know that music opens your heart and allows you to feel deeper. And then I started really listening to the each word, and it's like each one is an affirmation. So now the music has opened me up, and I surrender. And as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. And there's so many of our songs in New Thought that we could all break down the lyrics as affirmations. And so I had the music, I was humming it the whole time. I could just feel it in my heart. I felt very aligned. And honestly, we were one of the only planes that got out as well. So, it was just a beautiful experience. And I got to encounter other people along the way because I thought I started my day with Christine being there, having this connection, this Kenyan connection. I know there's more to come. There's different connections to come. And there was. It was a beautiful experience. And my delays was minimal. And even the big delay that I was supposed to have in Paris, I avoided by running down and catching the next plane. So I just felt like I was really divinely guided along the way, but I opened up to it and by surrendering, by that surrendering. So, it's now I'm in Kenya and I just felt I could take a breath. I could just take a breath. It was just so calming. I staying at a very pastoral, calming place. It's very beautiful. Um, they take very good care of me here. So it was great. And I can walk to the office. It's only 15-minute walk. I even do the stairs, Paul and Nancy, when I get to the office. I'm teasing them because they're taking the stairs because they said their minister is making them. And it's been a challenging experience for Paul to keep that up. Anyways, today, and I've spent the whole week with Nancy at the office, and I think I was there for what, 3 or 4 hours, Nancy. And you turned to me and she goes, "I don't feel like you've ever left." And I went, "You know what? I'm just feeling the same way. It's just it's very familiar, it's very homey, and I feel very gracious about it." So yes, it is. I titled this "'Twas the Week Before Conference," and like all things, like Christmas, there's so much planning, especially in the background. And I got to say, it's all coming together very beautifully, very nicely. We've got other details that we have to work out, just like we have to work out logistics of Christmas. We have to work out the logistics of this conference. But I know that we are surrendering into all those details and allowing Spirit to guide us and work with us and move this into a beautiful unfolding. Ernest Holmes says, "Common sense should teach us that we did not create the universe, nor need we be responsible for the laws of nature. All we can do is use them. Now we are called on to reform all our thinking, to make a complete and final surrender to our littleness, our fears, our doubts, and uncertainties, to that great something within us that is calm and certain and sure. That something has never really left its divine kingdom, even though our minds have become so confused and unhappy and so filled with fear. This is the great challenge. It is also the great adventure. The adventure of faith in a power greater than we are, a challenge of a love that abides forever. Therefore, say to yourself quietly and with deep conviction, I realize that I am one with the eternal newness of all life. All that Spirit is creates in and through me. My body is alive with the life of God. My body is illuminated by the light of God. There is no darkness of discouragement, despair, or defeat. My mind is refreshed in that one that eternally gives of itself to its creation. Don't you love that? I realize that I'm one with the eternal newness of life. Folks, I know that we had a conference in 2022 and our beloved Connie was there and sparked this one. And this is our newness, 2024, like we've never seen before. It is something that is created out of that spark, that divine idea. And here we are. It's beyond a spark, it's ignited, and we are ready to roll. And we got to remind ourselves in those details that we just look to source whenever we feel like we're getting bogged down with some of those things. And maybe there's things that we can let go and release. It's all good. It's all going well. And we just know and plant that seed that it is unfolding in the highest and greatest good. All the details are taken care of by that divine guidance. I want to invite my good friend Catherine, who is now in the same building as me, and she shared the day with us all as well. And we celebrated Patrick's birthday. We cut the cake, and sang and had a good little dance around the room. So, Catherine, I invite you to come on in. And you're frozen. Oh boy.
Well, we'll see if you
want to
can
shut your
hear
camera
me.
off, maybe. You
I
want to shut the
will.
camera off? Mine's working a bit
Can you
better
hear
than
me?
yours, I guess. Yes.
It just started again when you were about to introduce me, which is sometimes Murphy's Law, isn't it? Can someone give me a thumbs up because you look frozen? And if you're frozen, it's actually probably me that's frozen.
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. So interesting talking about computers being frozen, because I came from the land of frozen, as Gwen did, and started to warm up immediately upon landing last night. It was so beautiful to arrive and be warm. And so I've been so warmly welcomed by everyone, so that there were 7 of our community with Gwen, plus Gwen and myself at the office today. And the excitement and the joy in this space was really beautiful. And Gwen spoke about the anticipation of what's coming. And sometimes it's really important while we're in the anticipation of what's to come, that we remember how important it is to also be present in the moment and enjoying the time of that anticipation, because it's a very fruitful time where we have an opportunity to create more of that joy, but it gives us some clarity about what it is that we most love and what is it that we're anticipating, what is it that we are wanting to create for ourselves. And then the question comes to, how do we continue to create that presence and being present in the whole moment of the full conference itself, so that we have that opportunity to remember it fully, to be completely present to all of the ahas and insights and experiences and conversations and connections that will happen. And it's important, I think, for me, and I think for others as well, to be reminded of this occasionally, because we get so busy with the what's to come, that it's important to remember to enjoy and be in this moment and to really enjoy it. So today it was so joyful to be, and Reverend Gwen just mentioned it, to be in the connection and the conversation and the laughter that was happening with the group in our office, and how wonderful to be expressing and experiencing that joy and bringing that laughter into that space to continue to build our community. So one of the things about conferences like the one that we're putting on is that often our teaching is considered a very intellectual teaching, and we're a teaching. We exist to teach the science of mind, but we know that it's in community and the connection with each other that we actually grow. So Ernest Holmes also has a quote that says, the intellect is a cold thing, and a merely intellectual idea will never stimulate thought in the same manner that a spiritual idea does. And that's one of the things that happens at an experience like the conference. We come together and spend 72 hours together, contemplating and being in the presence of spiritual ideas, where we feel that love, we have a heart experience. And it is in that moment that we have the ahas and the insights that come to us, because we get outside of that left part of our brain and really into the experience. of spirit, of connecting with it, of feeling it, and feeling that in the expression of each other. So really, I invite us to, I hope everybody that's here tonight and others are joining us. And as we anticipate this experience this week, to also be present in the moment of each moment, to feel the joy and the experience with our own loved ones, with the people we come into contact with in our work, with all the people that we experience in our travel, for those that are traveling, to really be the presence of spirit as we live this anticipation in this moment. So let's anticipate the magic fully and completely. And really, sometimes conferences are a way to describe a conference is like adult teen camp. And so some of you may have seen pictures of our camps recently, and you see the kids with full joy. And really, it kind of is like that. There'll be experiences of the left brain where we get to learn things, but there'll be experiences where we get to go deeper, where we get to look into the eyes of another, where we get to connect with another and really feel the love that we are. So I'll invite each of us to consider as we move into this upcoming week and to, as we register and show up for the conference, to set an intention. What is the intention that each one of us would like to have for ourselves as we move through our adult teen camp, as we connect with the heart of Africa? What question might we want answered? What experience would we like to have? What quality do we want to deepen? There's so many intentions that we could possibly choose. It might be to open up to a greater understanding of science and mind. It might be a recognition of that divine presence within me in an even deeper way. It might be to invite a friend who's going to experience science of mind for the very first time and say, wow, this is something for me. It might be to be able to connect with somebody that might be a newcomer, as I had the opportunity to do with Patrick 4 years ago, and have them be so inspired because they were invited. He was invited by Nancy, but he had asked a couple of more questions to kind of check us out. Maybe it's our intention to be that person that is the light for someone else that can make a difference in their world, because as each of us on this call knows and in this community knows, this teaching makes a difference in our lives. So I invite you to be great Science of Mind students and choose your intention this week as we anticipate the magic and remember to live this magic each and every day. So I'm so looking forward to seeing you this week and then again on the weekend. And I'll turn it back to Reverend Gwen.
Beautifully said. Beautifully said. And it is great to take a pause when something like this is coming up and just, reflect on what could be the possibilities for yourselves or others in coming into it. Let's just take a breath. It's coming, and we know that it's with all our love and joy. We've got so many people holding the high watch as we go into it the whole week. We've had most incredible people doing visioning for 2 years now, Karen. And these ideas are now coming. We've got the remember all those colors that would come up in our visioning, and it would be a lot of oranges and yellows and stuff. We've got lots of shukas, so they're the orange and the reds and stuff that are coming into play. We just built a beautiful ordered a beautiful sign that we can use at every event now, because it's got no dates on it. So there's just this lovely, I don't know, it's almost like it's blossoming, there's just new things and new avenues. And that's what we want. That's what the whole idea is about, is not doing things from old experiences. Yeah, we had that experience back here when we were dealing with this or that, or at the conference. We have to keep our minds open and allow those new ideas to come through and those new experiences. And there's different people coming to the conference, so that makes it different too. It mixes up the energy. I am excited for each and every one who attends. I am really excited about each and every one who attends, because I distinctly remember how it was for me last time. And this, of course, is going to be a totally different experience because of my role, but the joy and the deepening and the connection of any conference, but last time at Kenya was the one that was off the top. It was the best ever. And so knowing that is the possibility for each and every other person and our new people and people that are returning and also people from other countries that have never come before. That is something that I am truly looking forward to and hearing their experience and sharing those experiences. So with that, I just want to know that everyone is going to love everyone up. I know this community is just rich with their beautiful souls showing up, their light, and that we will be the best of hostesses and hosts to everybody that comes to the conference. And know that you are loved, and know that you are the key to the community. And we get to show you all off and be in this light, this love, this joy fest. It's all coming together. So with that, I know I've got another song if you want to sing it together with me. We've probably sang it before, and it's another one of those surrender songs. I just want to surrender into the love and the joy that we have that's coming up. So I know that there's a couple that already know this if they want to join me. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I'm opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. Here we are. Thank you so much for being here. It's time for our offertory, knowing that this is how we run things. We do it on donation and our knowing of our prosperity. So, I lost my mouse. There we go. We have some affirmations to give. Nancy, will you please put the M-Pesa number in the chat? And before we do this piece, is there anybody that needs or requires prayer? Can you please put your hands up and we'll put you into breakout rooms? Our practitioners, we need you to hang in there and stay behind and do a practitioner or a 2-minute miracle with our people. And we'll have this, so Michelle, would you be willing to put them into rooms, or Pat? Does anybody need prayer? Put up your hand or unmute yourself. Irene, thank you for joining all the way from Seattle. Yoo-hoo. Okay. So knowing that we run on donations, we'll gladly take an offertory, and you can put it in. You can also go online and put it on through the website. And just know that we are experiencing the What you put out, it comes back tenfold, that cycle of circulation of prosperity. So I will say the affirmation first, and then you'll repeat it. And if you could all unmute so that we can put that energy into the room. And I want you to say it loud and clear and really strong and really stand in this, knowing that we are prosperous. I am filled with the energy of abundance.
I
I
am
am filled
I
with
am
the
filled
energy
with
of
the
Filled with the
energy of abundance.
abundance.
I'm willing to share my financial good with my spiritual community.
I am
willing
willing
I
to
am
share
willing
willing
my
to
to share
share
financial
my
good
financial
with my
good
financial
spiritual
with my
good
spiritual
with my
community.
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 And so it is.
And so it is.
So I would like to actually open up the floor while and if we need to, it doesn't look like anybody's put up their hand for prayer by the looks of it. No, yes. But keep CSLK in your prayers as we go into our week of hosting this conference and our other Kenyan experiences. Is there any questions that anybody wants to ask going into this week? Maybe you have a question. Paul and the team have put together a fun time out at his place on Sunday afternoon next week. Any questions?
Reverend Gwen, you want to
Yeah.
make an announcement about the
Sunday.
invitation?
Yes, I do. Thank you, Paul. It was on my list somewhere, but I've lost my list. Reverend Catherine can attest to that. She's made so many lists that she's just made it more confusion. Thank you, Nancy, too. You reminded me. So Sunday, February 4th, in the morning, we are going to have a Taizé service and that's when Brother Ishmael is going to talk. And then we're going to wrap up the morning, and then we're going to head out to Paul's. Now, Sunday morning, please feel free to invite family or friends or neighbors along and to join in on this Sunday service. And it'll be a lovely time for them to come in and see what the community's like. And then we'll actually load the buses about noon, 12:30, 1 o'clock, somewhere in there, 12:30 probably. And your guests may join us at Paul's. But we need to know if they're coming, the numbers, etc. Because then we need to plan the food and we need to plan transportation. So we'll have a list of people or a sheet to sign up on at registration at the conference. But if you can give us their names and numbers beforehand, that would be super, because then it just gives us a lot more time to prepare, especially our beautiful cook, Jambi, and her lovely assistant, Paul. Jambi makes the decisions. And that's an inside joke with Paul around marriage. So if you could just let us know, we would love to invite and have extra people there. It's going to be a beautiful service. It's going to be a time of being together with your family, and we'll have the installation of Reverend Barb and myself as well that morning. So it would be lovely to have share this service with your family and friends or neighbors, and they get a little taste of what we're about too. Catherine.
Thank you. I just wanted to reiterate and help in the request. So I'm curious right now, even just by show of hands, and you can just use the hands on the bottom. How many of you were thinking of inviting somebody to the Sunday morning experience at the Heart of Africa? Nancy found her hand. Apro, awesome. Oh, Sam, sorry. Thank you.
Yep.
Agnes, you too, yes. James. So there's a few of you, and if you could take the moment right now and text Nancy and let her know how many people you are considering inviting and their names. And then please, or ask them first and then let Nancy know who has said they are going to come. Having a fairly accurate number will help us ensure that we have the right amount of food, but also the right amount of transportation to go. So if we think that there's 20 guests coming and we have 100 guests end up coming instead, we are going to be in a little bit of a trouble because we might have to rent a matado on Sunday morning. And I don't think that's really easy. So, and I'm kind of kidding because it wouldn't be a matado. But we really need your help to be able to
A boda.
know this information. I was thinking about that actually.
We'll
Can you
rent
imagine
10 boda
50
bodas.
bodas coming out?
Yeah.
There you go. So thank you for letting us know that you're thinking of inviting people. Make a note right now of who you would like to invite. If it's your spouse or your family that maybe don't always come and you'd like them to come Sunday morning. And then if they're going to, and you can ask them about if they want to stay for the afternoon. We'd be leaving our place approximately 6 or 6:30. And so we'd be getting back to the city to different bus points around 7:30 for people to get home. And so if that works, we are asking people to let us know about people that have committed that they will come. So there is a difference about, yes, I think I might come, but I'll just put me on the list because maybe I'll get a fun experience. We're really asking for people that are committed so that we plan for the right number and we don't have, on the flip side, an empty bus. So thank you for my public service announcement.
Yes, yeah. Good for you. Thank you so much. Okay. Wow. From Kenya, from the heart of Kenya, I am going to bid the people in North America a good day, and our fellow community here in Kenya a beautiful, restful, sweet, dream-filled sleep. That's where I know I'm going, and I know that for Catherine as well. And we will see you all fresh in the morning. Some of you that need to be in class, etc. And so then we carry on. Thank you for coming tonight. I really appreciate you all here. I know that each and every one is healthy and well and able to attend the conference in their fullest and knowing that they are open and receptive to all the good that is going to flow that weekend and in between. Rahema, would you please give us a benediction?
Of course.
Thank you.
All right. Let's take a breath. Breathing in all this love, all this awesomeness that is right here, right now. And join me as I give thanks for this Froggy Friday. I give thanks for everything that has transpired today. I give thanks for all the planning, for all the things that are falling into place, piece by piece, for the unfolding of God, for God is life itself, that is flowing in each and every one of us right here, right now. I give thanks for all this. I give thanks for each and every one of us, even as we flow with this unfolding of God, even as we flow with this life, as we go into our different places, as we go to sleep, as we go on with our day. I know that everything is perfect and complete because it is God, because it is life itself flowing in each and every one of us. And join me as I say, and so it is.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Safe travels, everyone that's traveling.
We're going to meet with James to talk about the program tomorrow. Do you want us to go into a breakout room, or are you spending time
No.
with Catherine?
No,
Or are you going
no.
to bed?
I'm going
So
to
let's
bed. I
stop
think she's going to-
recording.
I
Oh.
can't find my stop.
I tried, it
where-
wouldn't
where-
let me.
I can't find it.
There you go.
No. Ah,
They did move some things.
is that right?
There you go.